It was President John F. Kennedy who said, "A nation's strength lies in the well-being of its people." The Social Security program plays an important part in providing for families, children, and older persons in times of stress. In this lesson, we're going to compute paycheck deductions for Social Security, and we're going to compute paycheck deductions for Medicare. All to answer the question, what are Social Security and Medicare? Before we begin, let's take a look at warm-up number 2 and make sure we're ready for this lesson. For which of the following graphs is the range all real numbers greater than or equal to 0? Now we have two conditions that are going on here. It has to be greater than or equal to 0. Well, if x was 0, 0 minus 11 would be a negative number, so A is out. And I also see the or equal to in this condition statement. So it would have to be able to touch 0, which means that y is 12 is out. But in the case of x being 15, we would get a 0. And then no matter what other value we would get, the absolute value would be positive, so our answer is B. Now, let's take a look at a problem you will be able to do by the end of this lesson. In 1998, Social Security tax was 7.51% to a maximum income of $45,000. If Grace earned $51,211 in 1998, how much Social Security tax did she pay? The $51,211 is over the maximum taxable income of $45,000. So we're just going to use the maximum tax of $45,000, multiply that by 0.0751 and get $3,379.50. So Grace's Social Security tax for 1998 was $3,379.50. This was the most anybody contributed to Social Security in 1998. Even if you earned $1 million, this is the amount you contribute to Social Security. A benefit program is available jointly through your employer and the U.S. government. Social Security covers 90% of all American jobs. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt started Social Security in 1935. It was established in the Federal Insurance Contributions Act, FICA. Social Security provides income for people after they retire. Social Security also pays benefits to disabled workers. If an eligible worker dies, benefits are paid to surviving family members. When you work at a job covered by Social Security, you must pay FICA taxes. Both Social Security tax and Medicare tax are paid by the FICA tax. Medicare is the nation's largest health insurance program for people 65 years of age and older, and some disabled people under 65. The costs of Social Security and Medicare are split evenly between you and your employer. The amount of Social Security tax you pay depends on the Social Security percentage and the maximum taxable income for that year. A percentage of each worker's salary is taken out of each paycheck, up to a set maximum amount per year. Any annual income greater than that amount is not subject to Social Security tax. Medicare tax is paid on all of your income. The money that you and your employer contribute to Social Security and Medicare is used to pay current benefits to someone else. When you become eligible for benefits, the people working at the time will be paying for your benefits. The government keeps records of the amounts that you have paid to Social Security and Medicare under your Social Security number. Your Social Security number is a unique 9-digit number that belongs to only you. It will be on all of your paycheck stubs, so be sure to check that it is correct every time you get paid. You will have the same Social Security number for your entire life. It is important to keep your Social Security number private to prevent identity theft. Here we're going to learn about Social Security and Medicare payments and how they have changed over the years. Now let's compute paycheck deductions for Medicare. Ramiro got his first job in 2020. In that year, Social Security tax was 6.2% of income up to $137,700. Medicare tax was 1.45%. If Ramiro earned $73,200 in 2020, how much did he pay for Social Security and Medicare taxes? So Ramiro's income was below the 2020 maximum taxable income of $137,700. So he paid Social Security tax on all of his income. $73,210 gets taxed at 0.062 to be $4,539.02. His Social Security tax for 2020 was $8,539.02. Now let's find the Medicare tax. We're still going to start with that $73,210, and we're going to multiply that by 0.0145. This is going to give us $1,061.54.5. His Medicare for 2020 is $1,061.55, rounded to the nearest cent. So when we add these two together, we get $5,600.57. Ramiro paid $5,600.57 for Social Security and Medicare in 2020. He can verify that the government has these exact numbers in their files by requesting an annual Social Security statement. This can be accessed at www.socialsecurity.gov. Let's check our understanding here. Lisa made a total of X dollars last year, which was more than the maximum taxable income for Social Security for the year. The Medicare tax was 1.45%. Write an expression that represents what Lisa paid in Medicare last year. Now, Medicare gets paid on every dollar you earn, so we can take 0.0145, the Medicare tax, and multiply it by every dollar she earned, X. Now, let's compute paycheck deductions for Social Security. Express the Social Security tax for 2020 as a piecewise function. We're going to let X represent the income. Use the tax rate and maximum taxable income from example 1. For incomes less than or equal to $137,700, Social Security is modeled by the equation f of X is equal to 0.062 times X, the income. All income over $137,700 pay the same Social Security tax, 6.2% of $137,700. So $137,700 times 0.062, and we're going to get $8,537.40. Now let's build this piecewise function. F of X is going to be equal to 6.2% or 0.062 of X, the amount of money earned when X is less than or equal to the maximum taxable income of $137,700. They will pay $8,537.40 in any case where X is greater than $137,700. Now, it's not necessary to use a piecewise function to represent the Medicare tax for 2020 because the Medicare tax for the year was 1.45% of the total income. The Medicare tax function would be M of X is equal to 0.0145 of X, regardless of that X value. Let's check our understanding. Ming worked 3 jobs in 2020. The total of her incomes was less than $137,700. At Quick Mart, she made X dollars. At a college bookstore, she made Y dollars. At a mail depot, she made Z dollars. Express the combined total of her Social Security and Medicare tax algebraically. So we know her combined salary of X, Y, and Z will be multiplied by the Social Security tax, and she will pay the Medicare tax 0.0145 of all of that same X plus Y plus Z. We can simplify this to get 0.0765 times X plus Y plus Z. Let's graph the Social Security piecewise function from example 2. So we're going to need to determine some approximate values for our X and Y axis. Now we're going to let the X axis represent dollars, and we're going to let the Y axis represent the taxes. So while they're both dollars, this X is going to be income. We know that the maximum taxable income is $137,700. We also know that the maximum amount that will be paid is $8,537.40. You could also pay nothing. Since this is the max that gets paid during this first part, this is the first part where we have a multiply. But since it becomes a standard number afterwards, that is a horizontal straight across the graph. Let's check our understanding of this. Mark's Social Security tax was $4,170 during the year in the graph from example 3. Let's use this graph to approximate his taxable income. Well, if he paid $4,170, that seems just under halfway. Now, just under halfway to $137,700 seems like it would be right about $68,000. We can actually check this by saying 4,170 is equal to 0.062 times x. So we can divide both sides by 0.062. And we could actually find the accurate number of $67,258.06. So that's not too bad as a guesstimate. In 1998, Social Security tax was 7.51% to a maximum income of $45,000. If Grace earned $51,211 in 1998, how much Social Security tax did she pay? The $51,211 is over the maximum taxable income of $45,000. So we're just going to use the maximum tax of $45,000, multiply that by 0.0751, and get $3,379.50. So Grace's Social Security tax for 1998 was $3,379.50. This was the most anybody contributed to Social Security in 1998. Even if you earned $1 million, this is the amount you contribute to Social Security. Let's check our understanding of this. In 1988, Ramona paid $2,853.80 in Social Security tax. What was Ramona's taxable income in 1998? We're going to use the information from example 4. Well, we don't know how much was earned, but we do know the tax rate of 0.0751, and we do know how much was paid of $2,853.80. This would mean when we divide both sides by our decimal, then Ramona earned an even $38,000.